In today's video, we have another credit banger to share with you. So before we get into the video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, comment right down below. You're not going to want to miss this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a personal line of credit. Now, I know I talk a lot about BLOCs, but in today's video, we're talking about a personal line of credit that's available in most states. And best of all, you can get a soft pull pre-qualification. So we're talking about Pathw line of credit. This is an ongoing line of credit, so it's a revolving line of credit with limits between $1,000 up to $8,000. Now, again, not a super high limit, but this product is going to be geared towards financial inclusion. And that's actually one of their main missions, is empowering those communities who've been excluded from traditional financial services. At Pathw, they believe that banking should be accessible to everyone, and they build solutions for markets where individuals and businesses are underserved. Pathw supports individuals as well as small and medium-sized businesses, and they use their national bank charter to empower their partners. Now, Pathw is all about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, this is going to be a great product if you don't have the highest income or if you don't have the best credit score, because when you go to a lot of these major banks, to get a personal line of credit is extremely difficult. You're going to need a high credit score and you're going to need a lot of income information. But with the Pathw line of credit up to $8,000, anyone is able to qualify for this. You don't need to have the highest credit score and you don't need to have the highest income to qualify. Now, the process to apply is very straightforward. All you're going to do is click this button right here and submit an online application. Now, it is a pre-qualification, so you can get a pre-qualified offer with no impact to your credit score. However, once you do accept the offer, then it will be a hard pull, and I'll share some of the data points on that in a bit. But this works just like any traditional line of credit. You're going to request an advance, and then once you repay the advance, then you get more available credit. So it's revolving. You can also get funds deposited into your bank account the same business day. Now, one great thing about this is that the APR will not increase while your Pathw line of credit is open, and there are no additional fees. Now, some frequently asked questions: what are the minimum eligibility requirements to apply for a Pathw line of credit? So you have to be of legal age, where you reside, have an open and active personal bank account, a valid contact number, and an active email address. Now, the reason why this is a game changer is because Pathw is a nationally chartered bank headquartered in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. A lot of times banks are geographically restricted depending on the type of charter, but since they have a national charter, this opens the door to anyone in the United States to apply. Now, this is off topic, but I just wanted to throw this out that they are hiring right now. So for anyone looking for a job, they actually do offer pretty good benefits, and the majority of the roles are going to be remote. So as you can see, they're hiring for dozens of different remote positions. So you could definitely check it out if you were looking for a remote job. And some of these jobs are even paying in the multiple six figures, like this VP of public policy job that they're hiring for right now. You look down here, the salary goes as high as $240,000. Man, I might throw my application in there and see what happens, especially if it's remote, you know. But anyways, as far as the data points, now, it is a soft pull pre-qualification, so they're going to be using TransUnion. So they do a soft pull on TransUnion to get an offer. Now, as far as the POI, when you go through the application, they will ask you about your employment information, so how frequently you get paid and how much your last paycheck is. So that information for the pre-qualification is just stated. However, once you do get the offer, you will get a hard inquiry, and they may ask for additional income information. So just keep that in mind. Everything you do on the pre-qualification, they may actually confirm that information. So I'm just throwing that out there. Now, you will have to put, you know, your social security number, your address, all that information, as well as your last pay. And then when you actually get the offer, they may ask for actual proof of income. So just keep that in mind. Now, one thing you also want to check is that, like I said, they are available in most states, but you just have to check and see. So actually check this, as a lot of y'all know I'm in Maryland. So Maryland usually is pretty bad about being eligible for a lot of these products. So just the fact that they're eligible in Maryland, if you're in a more populated state, it's probably a good chance that they are also available. So I did check through this just to see, you know, some of the more popular popular states that I know a lot of subscribers, you know, so if it has that green check, that basically means that they're eligible. So let's see California, it's good. What about Florida? Let's see, is it Florida? Okay, Florida. Let me just check New York. All right, so it seems like they're available in a lot of states. So if it shows that green check, that means it's going to be eligible in your state. They are a nationally chartered bank, so this is going to be more open to, you know, most people who are probably watching this video. Now, just to recap, the Pathw line of credit starts at a minimum of $1,000 up to $8,000. Now, one thing that I prefer about lines of credit versus credit cards is that lines of credit give you easy cash access, so you don't have to liquidate a credit card or do a cash advance. It's just direct. You get the money directly into your bank account when you request a draw, and it's that simple. As far as data points, it's going to be a soft pull on TransUnion. If you accept the offer, they will do a hard pull. Another thing I wanted to throw out there as far as the pre-qualification, number one, make sure that your credit report is not frozen or you don't have a fraud alert, because if you have either of those on your credit profile, specifically your TransUnion credit profile, then you're automatically going to get denied because they can't access your credit report. Now, as far as the target demographic, this is going to be more for, let's say, fair credit or even perhaps subprime credit. Now, they're not going to require the highest credit score because they're all about equity, diversion, and inclusion and being able to provide services to marginalized communities. So this isn't one of these high requirement types of loan products. This one is going to be more available to most people who are probably watching this. Now, just keep in mind, to get an offer, it's stated income, but once you go through with the full application, then they may require additional income information. And that is usually on a case-by-case basis, because sometimes if your credit score is high enough, they may not need supplemental information. However, sometimes if you're on that boundary of what their credit box is looking for, then they may require additional proof of income, which would be like a pay stub. Now, for those who own a business and you're self-employed, there's a way around that, because you could literally legally create your own pay stubs and they're able to verify that. So you get the paper stubs, and through the different payroll aggregators, that data matches. So if you are self-employed, there's a way, if let's say you aren't currently running payroll, then you could definitely run payroll and have that proof of income to supplement your application. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Do me a favor, make sure you like, comment, share, you know, send this to as many people as possible. This is a personal line of credit where you get up to $8,000 and you can get a soft pull pre-approved offer. Anyone interested, I've dropped a link in the description of the video. Let's go get